Hey everyone, welcome to another evening of Dungeons and Dragons. And tonight we have Whip's World joining us.
Yay!
Hello.
And Xanadu will be back next week, I think, or next time. I don't know if we'll play next time. It depends on my schedule. But we had just found a hoard of gold, right, guys?
Yes, a whole mess of it.
Yep. And so since then, we're saying that it's been about a week of everyone going through, finding special items tucked away in different magic shops throughout Waterdeep. So some of that gold has been spent. You've had a lot of visitors come by knocking on the door to say, I heard you could help me, and probably get the door slammed in their face, depending on who answered. So Whip, to put you on the spot, can you describe your character and introduce yourself to the team?
Sure. I am a oh crap, I forgot how old I am. I'm a roughly a 20-year equivalent half elf, which is I think about 150-year-old dude. I'm a cleric, a life domain cleric. I hope to be able to help out where I can on the front line, but my main goal is to make sure everybody survives the encounter wherever we happen to run into it. I didn't really come up with a backstory, so
that's okay.
Sorry.
And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to say, like, probably every night this week or most nights this week, you guys are probably going to hang out at the Yawning Portal. Spend a little time there, probably fantasizing about being one of those people that goes down into the portal itself. And we probably haven't spoken much about it since the first one or two sessions. So what I'll do is just kind of give a little update. So there is I just put a little graphic up. There's a bar called the Yawning Portal. It was built over this entryway into a tower, a wizard's basement. This wizard had wanted to create the most fantastic wizard tower ever, and somehow through diving deep into the dungeon that he was creating, bringing in all sorts of creatures, had gone mad. His apprentices had mostly disappeared, and eventually people started going in looking for adventure. And one of those was a person named Durnan. You know him as the barkeep and proprietor of the bar called the Yawning Portal. When he came back with his riches, he tore down the wizard's tower and built his tavern and bar right on top of the portal. So now anyone who wants to go in the portal to seek adventure pays him a gold piece to go down, and they pay him a gold piece to come back up. And so he has this winch that he'll lower people down by rope into the hole, where they will delve into this wizard's basement, basically a very expansive basement, to find adventure. So while you're going there, you'll interact with a lot of different people. Is there anything anyone wants to look for specifically before we hear too much about what happens next?
So you're saying we're all there at the Yawning Portal bar?
I think you're going to go there probably every night or most nights in this week while everyone's shopping, listening to stories, possibly seeing an adventure group or two go down into the portal. I think this is, for lack of a better time, how you meet Whip, and your character's name is Shepherd.
Yeah, well, it's Book, but I Yeah.
Okay. So book will be kind of interacting with you guys.
Book like BOOK.
Yeah. From Firefly. I just totally stole it.
Well, welcome, Book. Do you like the vertically challenged?
Say that again.
Well, welcome, Book. Do you like the vertically challenged?
Oh, I
My
love
friend
that.
Bellis and I are a little on the short side, if you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
I've heard. I've been following along.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'd say Vert has probably taken up cleaning up the bar after patrons. He's not getting paid. He wasn't asked to do it. He's just doing it.
And I think Nico, as he goes there, probably hears a few stories or two about mishaps with a group of drow who used to live nearby. Something about the wizard not treating them very well and driving them away. So that's something that you'll probably hear a little more of, Nico, than anyone else would. And
The wizard's a racist.
so part of the some of the stories you hear a lot of fantastic things, and you don't believe all of them. But he was building out his massive labyrinth, he would port in creatures from other planes to do his work. He had a group of Durgar that's a kind of a subrace of dwarf, very similar to the Drow are for elves, where they have darker skin. They live in the Underdark, and they were mining for mithril and other treasures for the wizard. The Drow had been somehow involved with the wizard until they had a falling out, as well. So both the Durgar and the Drow are known to live underground, unlike most of the other races. But you'll hear some of those stories from time to time. And just so we have it somewhere, the name of the wizard I'm going to put in the chat just so we have it. It's Hallister. So Hallister Blackcloak. You hear all sorts of stories about his delving deep underground, populating a dungeon, and then trying to clear it out. And then eventually he goes mad and is not really heard much of. It's still rumored that he exists somewhere in the dungeon, but no one has seen him.
Oh boy.
And as adventurers, you'll see at least one group of adventurers go down. And when that does, chalkboards get erased and people start putting bets on, how long it will take them before they come back, or will they come back? Or who won't make it back if they do come back. For example, you'll hear someone say 5 gold dragons says they're back before 10 day, minus the fighter, the wizard, and the cleric. So a lot of camaraderie in the Yawning Portal around the adventures that go down. And so while you're there, you'll notice that almost every night you're there is a young noblewoman kind of hanging out near the end of the bar, keeping mostly to herself, but she's listening to what's going on. I'll say probably one of you will probably have gone up to ask her something. I don't know which one of you wants to do that.
Can I go down and buy her a drink?
Sure. She says, "Yes, I'm drinking Czar." She'll make some small talk about her family and trying to untarnish the family name. Her name is Crescendo. Sorry, not Crescendo. Esvel Rosnar. I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to actually create some handouts for these names and things that you're going to interact with. that you should be able to look at offline. But Esvel Rosnar is her name. And she's kind of distraught. I come here a lot. My brother had disappeared.
Where'd he go?
He went down in the portal. He had some run-ins with the Xanathar Guild and wanted to see adventure. And his name is Crescendo. And he went down one day and never came back. I would really love to see him again if that's possible.
Well, my friend, we have quite the team here, and we would like to help you.
Thank
Right,
you
everybody?
very much.
Right, everyone?
Hoorah.
So let me tell you a little about him then.
Yes, please.
So he's about 22. He has fair skin and dark curly hair. He's trained to be stealthy, and he's done a little thieving from time to time, but he's a good guy. He really is. And then she'll show you a ring on her hand. She says, "This is very similar to his ring. His is platinum. Mine is just copper, but it has our family crest, and you'll see this family crest and an inscription." So let me put that in chat, and I'll create a handout. So it's their family crest. It's a diving white falcon on a field of blue, and the inscription of their family motto is on the ring. It says, "Fly high and stoop swift."
That is beautiful.
And so he has a similar one. It's made of platinum though. And I'll do anything I can to help with his safe return, or deliver proof of what happened to him. If you can do that, then I'll owe you a favor. And you can always trust in House Rosnar.
Absolutely.
So that's I mean, this is just one encounter one night. When you see her on other nights, she'll see you, make some small talk, but she at least gives you this small little quest if you can help her.
All right.
And sometimes you'll see Volo there, the very flamboyant writer, and sometimes he brings his friend Raynar Neverember. He was the son of the lord who had stolen all those dragons, the gold dragons that you found. But Floon is absent at some point, so you're not sure what happened. But he did come seeking help after you found the gold, and you have no idea what happened to him afterwards. So I'm thinking at some point you and your group decide you want to brave the dungeon.
Yeah.
So before going down, is there anything anyone wants to do? Figuring, okay, well, you're going to pick a day. Is there anything specific anyone wants to do in this dungeon other than to find as much as you can?
Well, we're going to look for the brother.
Is there actually booty down there that you can get?
Yes. So sometimes people come back missing limbs. Sometimes people come back with too much treasure that they come back, they cheer, they buy around for everyone, and they disappear because they don't need to come back anymore. they're
Okay.
wealthy. And Durnan was one of those people. So the owner of this establishment decided he was going to invest in this in the Yawning Portal Tavern, and just tore down that tower, built his tavern on top of it. And he's a little bit wacko. You do know from talking to him, he's one of those guys who will look at you funny. Sometimes he'll be nice to you, sometimes he'll be mean to you, but he'll always accept the gold piece from everyone who wants to go down below, or lower a bucket for gold pieces to bring people up. It's probably not unheard of for the bucket to come up and it's like, well, I only see 4 gold, so only 4 of you are coming up.
Mm.
Okay. And if there's nothing else, the day that you go in, Aaron will greet you. You'll kind of come forward like, you're being, escorted to the ring of a boxing match. People will start cheering, the boards will clear. They're kind of looking at you funny. Some of them are trying to eye you, and every once in a while maybe somebody will grab one of the fighters' arms and kind of check their muscle tone or something, or throw something at someone to see if they'll catch it, and then they'll start making bets.
I'm sure the betting team is very familiar with me. I probably erased the whiteboard about 20 times when I wasn't supposed to.
And you'll notice there's a very disheveled looking person in the corner who's writing things down on a piece of paper, and every once in a while someone will give him a copper or something like that, or a drink. You suspect that he is the backup system. Okay. So with that, everyone, and although Santa Dudu's not here, I'll be running his character tonight. You'll all descend into the portal.
All right.
And luckily, everyone has dark vision, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
There we go. So, classic looking
This
dungeon.
is creepy.
Yeah. You can look up and you can see some light coming down, but it's dark. You can light something if you want, but everyone can see in the dark. Some of you a little bit better than others.
It's creepy but relaxing at the same time.
You should feel right at home.
Zoom in a little bit more. So this is a book's token right here. And the whip, you should be, actually, let me make sure you have the ability to move your character.
I do not.
Oh no, I'm just setting that up right now.
Oh, okay.
And so for how we're doing this, since you're using D&D Beyond, it should just be the token for you. I may transfer your stats over at some point just so it's kept in sync.
Now, Chris, I'm going to be at high alert searching for stuff. Should I do you want me to only move 3 squares at a time, or how would you like me to do that?
So since we're in this confined environment, everyone try to make smaller movements or tell me what you're doing. So if you're in a room like this, stay within the confines of the room. If you want to leave, just let me know and we'll go from there. But you are in this confined area and you can do anything you want. There is a 10-foot wide passageway going to the south. And in general, the room, let me see if there's anything specific about this room. So you're in the entry well. So it's 40 foot square. The floor is covered in sand. It's a little bit like walking along the riverbank, where there's sand, or any of you who have been near the shore may have seen the beach. And it's kind of like that where, if you may start feeling some grit get into your boots or shoes if you're wearing them. All along.
Beards.
Oh. Can I stick my cheap dagger into the ground to see how deep it is?
It's a few inches. It's like it's spilled over from something. You're not sure what. There are some dented, rusty shields along the wall, as if you were in some fancy hall, except they're old. There's some of them have graffiti, including a few that might say like, Durnan's a scumbag. He won't take me out of this place, and things like that. But yeah, this is a small little area, and while you're walking around, your foot bumps into something, Nico, in the sand. You're not sure what
There's
it was.
something here, guys.
Well, what have you found?
I guess I'll investigate it.
So basically, you'll just have to reach in and figure out what's there. But you come up with a couple iron spikes, like they had dropped out of someone's pack or something like that.
Okay.
Glad we didn't land on those.
Yeah, that would have hurt a little.
I guess I'll just
go down
put
the
them in my
path.
pocket for later. Like 3 of them?
2 of them.
2 iron spikes.
I think we should go down the passageway.
Nico?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I have to move. I'm sorry. I try not to go to that screen much.
And
Head down.
well, let's see. So that's all you're doing in that room?
Yes.
Is it, I mean, have we looked around? There's nothing obvious other than what we've found, right?
Can I look at one of the shields on the wall and see if there's like something, an emblem or a family house or something on
Okay.
them?
Which wall are you going to look towards?
Let's try this one.
And you can roll a perception check.
Okay.
And you don't notice anything really interesting. There's nothing like a crest that you can see. They've all pretty much rusted over. You do see some graffiti. Occasionally you'll see one with the ball with the eye stalks, which is the Xanathar symbol. Occasionally you'll see the flying snake symbol. You don't really see anything of good repute. Like you never see one that has a little harp on it, like the harpers. They're not into that.
Okay.
That kind of thing. But some of the you might see some minor gang signs or something from that you've seen around the neighborhood. Like a little similar graffiti there, but that's about it.
Okay.
Is anyone else doing any other work in the room before you go?
Nothing here. Just watching
I
what
don't-
everyone else is doing.
I don't really have anything I can do.
Okay. And let me just real quick. And sorry, I meant to do this a little earlier. Let me bring up Melissa's character sheet. So Melis decides he's going to look as well. Specifically, he looks like he's trying to do some sort of paladin-y thing. And so he's like, yeah, I don't see anything. But I think it would be interesting to see if we find. We're not going to find treasure just sitting around. I think everyone's picked everything over. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is probably the room where people are the most.
Yeah.
And then as he walks out, he stumbles across something else in the sand, and he goes to pick it up. And he starts pulling, and it's a piece of cloth, and it keeps coming and coming until one end is about chest high, and then he looks and realizes it's somebody's pair of pants that they lost, and he kind of throws it over to the side. So, sized for an adult human. Like, yeah, all right, we're gonna find interesting things all throughout this place. So let me. So for anyone who is new, I have a little pixie-looking object called camera, and that allows me to show everyone what's being seen. So you can see down the passageway. You don't really notice anything. I mean, it's smooth walls. Nico?
Anything? Do I hear anything coming up on the corner?
So if you want to make a perception check, you can.
Okay. Oh, wow. Hate it when I waste the good ones.
And as
I
you're
tell you, this
leaving
guy's
the
lucky.
room, you hear something behind the wall behind you. So the northern wall, as you're starting to leave, it sounds like footsteps.
Here?
Somewhere up north.
Oh,
Okay, I'm going to stop and let the people or let our team know that I actually hear something from behind. If we want to keep investigating that or just keep going forward.
I think we should see what it is.
Okay, so you can make a. I think that perception check was enough, and as you walk up, you can kind of hear the footsteps receding. That was a pretty good score. So as you're moving about the same speed, something else is moving away from you, and then you center it along this part of the wall and realize there is some sort of a secret door in the wall.
Oh, wow.
Nico, check out that door.
And then there is a little hole
Uh-oh.
about your eye height, as if it's like a peephole for looking in and spying on a room. You notice that it's contoured in just such a way that it doesn't really draw attention to itself, but your excellent dark vision, your stealthiness, your high perception score, you can see it as you walk close. It's like someone was behind here, is basically what's in your head right now.
Can we send the snake in that hole?
No, it's like looking through the door to see, if it's a salesperson or not.
Well, can I check to see if there's hinges or any way that it goes into the room, or does it go out?
You can't tell either way. Actually, you know what? It looks like along this wall here, there are hinges that allow it to swing into the room, but not away from the room. And you can't find anywhere to gain a grip to pull on the door to open it.
Okay, well, I'm letting everybody know. So if anybody has any suggestions on how to open this door.
is it concrete or is it wood?
It's like stone. And
That's what I meant, stone.
Yeah. It's fairly sturdy, but eventually the sound of steps recedes, but you can tell it is somebody trying to walk quietly, but you at least heard it. And then they might have walked a little faster when they heard you approach the door, or if you tamped on it or anything like that. But you don't hear anything anymore. You
Well, we
suspect
definitely have
somebody was
spies.
walking away from it as you were coming closer to it.
It might be the person that preps our next room. They might be watching us, guys, and this is how they do their trickery. Well, shall we just carry on, or should we go for the door, guys?
I mean, Geez, I don't know how would we just bash it down?
It does have the feel of stone. Would probably take a lot of work to do that. Not anything you can do very quickly. If you had the right tools, you could start hammering away at the stone.
I have a hammer and a pry bar, but it might take a really long time. So should we just? Oh, and I have a chisel, or I've got 2 spikes.
Oh, the spikes, yeah. I mean, whatever you do, you
But,
can't seem to get anything into the crack.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, guys, I say we keep heading back the way they want us to go, which could be scary.
At least we know somebody's watching us, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Come down to the bottom. I'm going to just move
Okay.
your friend down.
And the whole time I'm looking for tripwires, elevation in the sand.
Okay. So you can make a perception check as you go along, see if you find anything.
Man,
Wow, that's really good.
I was ready for this thing. I got a
You're
good
really
night's
good.
rest.
And you don't really sense anything as you go along. You could always make a more closer inspection of an area of wall and do an investigation check, but you don't sense anything.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna just keep searching for the big stuff. If you guys behind me want to do closer investigations, but otherwise we might be here all week long. We
I
got a
do wanna
huge room,
check the-
guys.
Yeah, I want to check out this wall here just because it's the northern wall here.
Okay.
Because of what we did see in that northern wall back there.
Okay. If you want to make an investigation check, you'll spend a minute or so, very carefully checking it out.
Okay. Well, where'd it go?
Intimidation.
Did I hit the wrong eye?
Yeah.
You did.
Ah, crap.
It's
So
a
you
very
probably-
scared room.
Pushing on that wall, like, yeah, how dare you threaten me in my sleep? Investigation, that's a pretty good one. And you're like, yeah, that's solid stone, all right.
All right. Great. Right behind you, Nico.
And as you come around the corner, Nico, I mean, you can see the shape of it, but without any light source, you can't see the color. But you see these reliefs along the walls. On the north side, there are various types of, I guess they're demons, different types of demons and devil. Yeah, these would be demons on the north side. And when you come around the corner, you see there's some on the south side too, different types. They are about 9 feet high, 4 feet wide, and they go in a good distance. Like you could basically put your hand along the ledge and feel in, and your fingers would go all the way into the relief in the wall in the shape of these demons. But every 10-foot section of this room has that.
Is there any like religious significance of the setup, or does it look more decorative?
It looks decorative. However, once you get in the room, there is a skeleton on the floor. One of its arms is pointing to a relief of it's called a Nalfishni demon on the south wall.
Can we check out the skeleton to see if there's, I don't know, any identification or anything around it that it could be the brother.
What you notice is that it has a beak.
Oh, probably not the brother.
What makes you think that?
It's about the shape of one of those creatures you fought in the warehouse early on. The Kenku that mimic the voices they hear rather than having their own voice. But it's pointing to an area of the wall right over here.
Okay.
Can I take
Well-
out my bow and try to shoot that spot
Sure.
on the wall? I don't know if that'll. I'm just worried it's a trap. Oh, I rolled with the extra for some reason.
Yeah. So I mean, you hit the wall. Kind of makes a tap noise.
Nothing happens.
Yeah, nothing seems to happen when you do that.
Okay.
Well, I think we need to keep an eye on those statues. But at the same time, I'll keep searching the walls and the floor. You guys keep an eye on the statues, see if they move or anything.
Do we need to roll perception for that, or are we just
Yeah,
going to?
Yeah, anyone searching can roll a perception check. If anyone's investigating a specific section of wall in more detail, you can roll something. But let's try the perception first. And Nico, you do sense there's something here if you were looking in that area.
Guys, there's something on the wall up there on the left side. So we either stay clear of it or be prepared to go there.
I'll cast dancing lights and send them up to that section of the wall.
Okay.
Anything clearly visible?
So you can see the outline of a door. It's very rough hewn. Well, wait, let's see.
Can Nico check out the door?
Yeah, you can.
I guess I'll investigate it. Do you want me to investigate the door? Or look at
Yeah,
the
you can do
door?
that. So you can sense it's a door. You can push it open if you want.
Guys, the door does. I can open this.
Can
This
any of
barrel
our
backs up.
critters go in?
Oh, what was that?
Can any of our critters go in?
I don't have my crow with me. I wouldn't bring crows. Can't see in the dark.
Oh, what the heck?
I think we should probably be either at the door or out of the hallway when he opens the door. I'm just worried the door might be the trigger.
Yeah.
Is this you, Ed?
Yeah, that's me.
I'm going to have to
Okay,
learn.
well, then I guess the plan is to open the door. Is everybody in a position that they want to be?
What?
No, hold
Where
on.
do you want me? Do you want me in the front or the back, or how do you want this? How do you want us to align?
I'm gonna go back here and hide.
Yeah. It's how you want to play your cleric. Some clerics like to be up in the front. Is yours like what type of armor? Do you have armor or do you wear cloth?
I could only go as far as a chain shirt because everything else was a disadvantage. even though I'm a cleric. Just because, but I think because I'm a half elf, I can only support so much.
And then
Gotcha.
you've got a shield, I think, right?
Yeah, I do have a
Nice.
shield. So I could go in with you if you want me to.
I'll just hang next to the paladin. And I guess I'll open the door, searching for traps and doing this thing.
Okay.
Okay, there's a
Door's
room,
open.
or there's an area, guys.
Nobody got
Does anything
barbecue.
bad
I
happen?
guess
All
I'll
right.
And the
take
pixie will
a step
move
in.
over.
Ooh, it's a long
Are they
path.
getting possessed or anything?
What's that?
Are they getting possessed or anything?
It's a passageway, and I
Okay.
resized my little pixie for some reason.
Get possessed
I
one
rolled a
time and attack your
12.
friends, and you never hear the end of it.
Does it smell like fresh air, or is it stale, or
Let me check. So the tunnel is only 5 feet wide. It's rough-hewn stone, so it looks like it was. It hasn't been smoothed out like the other tunnels you've been in. It descends slightly down, and it looks like I guess you can probably see there's a bend in it. Let me see if I can move it. So the camera can see around it. Yeah, it kind of goes over to the right. Else will jump in the front too.
did I roll any more checks?
So you can, if you want to make another perception check, you can. And you're just walking down through the tunnel?
Yes. Well, I'm kind of stalking slowly, looking at everything.
You want to do a stealth or?
No, I'm not stealthed. Everything's black, right? We aren't
It's
using
dark.
light.
It's not lit.
I'm trying not to make noise, but that one was not so
Ouch.
impressive.
I think your eyeballs just fell out.
Okay. I've ventured enough that I can start to see like a room. It might be water or stone. I haven't gotten close
And-
enough to check.
Okay. So the floor in this area, you smell something foul. It's like sewer water, and it's covering
You guys,
the
it
floor.
smells like sewer water. I don't imagine they have good noses since they're not drow.
And are
And
you going
dwarves
to
are
go
probably
in?
used to that smell.
Oh,
Wow.
Okay, so it's yeah, I think it's a sewer. Do we actually want to keep going this way, or should we go back? I don't know if I want to get my boots smelly.
Did anyone
Yeah.
bring a raft?
What was the
Bring a
question?
raft?
Anyone bring a raft with them?
No.
yeah, I
do
forgot
not.
to pack mine.
Yeah. And are your flying snakes with you or Jason with
I have
you?
Jason with me, yeah.
Now, can Jason see in the dark?
He has something
have that
called
heat
blind
vision.
sight, but I don't know that he has night vision. I don't see anything on his stats about night vision.
Yeah, probably. I would think probably not.
How far is his blind sight?
10 feet.
Yeah, so he can see anything within 10 feet. It's basically like echolocation.
Oh, okay.
As long as it's not, I think it can't see like I don't know. There's certain things blind sight can't see, but it can pretty much see anything in the dark.
But so
No,
this is.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
The star thing, is that like an island?
So you can see the shape of a figure. It looks like a statue on a pedestal. You can't quite make it out till you go into the room, but it does look like a humanoid figure.
Hey, freak! Why don't you go out there and check it out?
But also it's far enough. It's far enough away that the water is up to its chest,
Oh,
Oh.
Yep.
and is anyone going in the room?
no. It could be too deep. We're little.
I see a non-smelly path that I would rather take.
Yeah, I kind of gonna go for the non-smelly path myself.
I agree.
And if you peer your head around, you can probably get an idea of the statue. But I'll put it in the screen for you. So it's called.
Here, I'll step back. Maybe somebody else wants
It
to
looks
take a
like
look.
some sort of a merman shaped creature. Not really a human, but a humanoid, like one of these underwater dwelling
Ooh.
folk with a tail.
So Hawagan.
Wagon, yeah. But yeah, there's nothing you can see in the room. It's stinky water, and
We-
it's
We fought these before, right?
um
And I think one came out of the water and attacked us when we were fighting over a
Mist-
bridge.
the Mist Shore area.
I think so, right?
Can't remember. It might have been.
Okay.
But yeah, you don't see anything. You just know it's filled with stinky water. And this was a downward slope to get down there. So,
Well, let's head back up.
Okay. Right behind you.
We'll
uh,
write it down on the map in case we get into a dead end.
Oh, I actually have proficiency, or not proficiency, but cartographer tools.
oh, nice.
Do mapping.
And I'm a wanderer. That was one of the things I did. They said that I was good with maps.
That's good. So if you're keeping a record, then you can definitely find your way out very quickly, I would think. Okay, so you're back in the room.
Should I look at these steps? I'm assuming these are stairs going down.
Yeah, stairs going down into another side of the room. And this these are a set of pillars that you can see. So you see these pillars.
There's a lot of pillars, guys.
What's up? When we look up, what do we see?
The room is probably about 30 or 40 feet high, I would think. Let me check something really quick before you move any further.
It's pretty neat to walk around those pillars because it's three-dimensional, kind of.
With the shadows.
You get the camera angles. It's really neat. Huh?
Okay, we've got.
Uh-oh.
So you know there's somebody's hiding behind one of these pillars, at least one creature. And as soon as you feel like there's something there, the other one starts moving. So we are going to go into initiative. Let me select your token and roll an initiative. Actually, let me double check.
Are we doing initiative checks? Or
Yeah, let me describe everything. So there are two bugbears in the room.
Oh, jeez.
There is a skeleton of a snake.
I hate snakes.
It's coiled up on top of the northernmost pillar in this room.
I'll go south.
And as you go south on the wall, carved into the wall are the words "certain death this way" with an arrow pointing towards the southern exit.
Yeah, I'll go back to south.
But as you enter the room, though, the bugbears kind of beat a retreat, and they go south down that southern hallway.
I'm going to shout at them in Goblin. Be careful, it says certain death that way.
But they disappear, and you don't see anything else in the room.
Can I look at the snake skeleton?
Sure. So it's way up high.
This one?
Yeah, that one there. It doesn't look like stone. It looks like a real skeleton. It's not moving or anything,
Can
but
I
it's
take it?
coiled around the top of the pillar.
Oh. Like if I stood on someone's shoulders, could I get it?
I got you.
And you're probably about halfway there. I mean, it may be 10 feet high in this room.
I'm 6 foot tall. How tall is she?
I'm an elf, so
You're an elf or
a half
dwarf?
elf. I'm half elf, sorry.
Oh, you both of us.
Yes.
You could probably get to the bottommost part of the snake if you reach up there.
Okay. I'll try to grab it and see if I can pull it down.
And as soon as you touch it, it falls apart and then comes clattering. Like it was kind of just barely up there, and then the skeletal remains just fall to the ground on the other side of the pillar.
Okay. I'll
And you're-
gather it all as I can.
Okay, so you're gonna grab the bones.
Yeah.
What are you
the
gonna
teeth
do?
might be nice if there's two big fangs. Hey guys, I'm just going to suggest this while we're looking. We might want to use those two bugbears as our rabbits and follow them. And if there's something bigger and badder, it might eat them before it tries to eat us.
They could have also been going to get help.
Yeah, that's true too.
Oh, well.
Could be 50 goblins and 20 bugbears down the hallway. But it's not a bad idea. Just something to think about if we follow them.
Fire an arrow down there. See what happens.
How about west? Is there anything west of here?
So there are exits to the west and the north as well.
So can we, when we look west, what do we see?
So it looks like another room. It looks like every 10 feet there's a 5 foot wide opening.
Hmm.
almost like, you could position guards in here, or you could put an urn or some other decorative statue in that little cubby hole. They're like 5-foot square cubby holes all down this path. Don't move anymore, please. I gotta see what's there. But as you go to the west, so these little recesses are about 3 feet deep. They're on the north and south walls. As soon as you start walking past, you notice that there's an oval glass mirror in a frame, at least past the ones that you've gone by.
Killer Kitty, don't look in the mirrors.
Are you trying to say I'm vain?
Oh,
I'm trying to say when you look at decorations, bad things have happened.
That's
And
artwork.
lying here in the middle is a burned out torch.
Uh-oh.
okay.
Like
Well,
completely burned or still slightly usable?
No, it's not
does-
usable.
Okay.
as a ranger, can they also are they good at finding things?
Mm-hmm.
Because what
Yeah.
I'm suggesting is maybe Sparrow takes one side of the pillars and I take the other, and we slowly move down the outer side of these pillars. Against. I'm assuming there's walls. I haven't looked enough to see if it's a mega room or, but I'm assuming there's 2 sets of pillars, and there's a wall between each one. And I was going to suggest that we both take each side, or we take the inside and go right up the middle and investigate that.
Is there a wall sconce for the torch that's empty?
Ooh, good question.
No, it looks like it was dropped by somebody.
Am I allowed to go into the room now? I'll just take like one step
Oh,
to
yeah,
see
you-
how
you- I
far
mean,
the
you-
side is.
Yeah, you can go in if you want. I mean, I just needed to make sure there wasn't anything when you first stepped in. But you can see there's a big oval mirror.
Oh, there is no sidewalls.
So each one of those little cubbies has a large mirror. It's let's see, each of the mirrors has a heavy stone frame on it. They're very large too. I mean, basically, you could use it in your dressing room and get a full length view of yourself.
Doesn't take much.
Are they dusty or do they look fairly clean?
You sure we
Um,
want to do this room? This seems like a scary room.
So did the other one.
Well, we didn't go north.
At some point, we're going to have to commit.
Okay. Then let's do it.
If there's dust on the mirror, I'm going to take my hand and wipe it off. If there's not, I'm just going to kind of feel around the frame
and as
to
you
see how it's
feel,
attached.
suddenly you're like, oh, that's dirty. So yeah, there's a layer of dust on everything, but the mirror, I mean, doesn't seem to have been too badly marked up or covered, but the stone part is definitely got a layer of dust on it. And
Guys, we can't go this way. Vert is going to be forever cleaning
I
those
look up and
mirrors.
cleaning off another mirror. What?
Nothing.
Hopefully he brought his Windex. Well,
Are they like
Maybe Sparrow,
attached to the wall? Like if I try to pull the mirror, will it come off or?
yeah, they're firmly affixed to the walls.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Sorry,
Um,
go ahead, Ed.
no. I'm going to accidentally shoot my crossbow into one of the window or mirrors.
You hear roll an attack roll.
Oh,
Yeah, so that hits. And it kind of makes a little reverberation. You don't really make a mark in the glass, maybe a scratch. Even though on finer inspection, you'll see a lot of little fine cracks in the glass, and there's probably a little indentation and a slight crack where your arrow hit, but nothing really damaging. It's very thick glass and sturdy enough that it didn't shatter. It's still reflecting, but it's not. There's no serious damage to the mirror that you can tell.
Can I take out my hammer? Yeah, and it's just like a normal hammer for nails.
Yeah.
And see if I can smash it.
And you can see wherever you're smashing, there's maybe a small dent, ding, or slight crack, but nothing. I mean, you can tell it's going to take you a while to do any damage to this mirror if you keep hammering away at it.
Okay. I'll twirl my hammer real cool and put it back in my pack. And I've learned enough. This is some thick stuff.
And you can tell, Nico. At least let me double check the distance. Yeah, and Scotty can see too that it appears there's probably a passageway at the end. Down here.
I suggest we just book it to the other end, guys. I mean, I can. Or why don't I investigate like every 4 squares or so? Or not investigate, but check.
Do it like a perception.
Perception.
Yeah, you can do that.
So normally I'm like doing every 2, but I'm doing it a little more carefree.
Yeah. And remember, everywhere you move, guys, something. I'm going to take that movement as real. So if someone's saying they're going to go down the hall, but someone beats them to it, that person beats them to it.
Yeah.
So you want me to
I'm
hit
gonna
a
move
perception
another
up
4
here?
squares.
Okay.
Oh. I rolled a 1. I'm really getting nervous.
Yeah. You're like, yeah, I kind of see the same thing. I probably didn't check very well, but you don't notice anything.
Where was the torch? Is he about to it now?
It's probably right where Scotty is right now.
Okay.
Can I investigate it?
Yeah, it's just burnt. It's charred. I mean, even if you try to, wind some cloth or other things around it, it'll probably not last very long or break. Okay, you want to make another check, Ed?
Okay, here's the last
Okay.
check to get to the end of the room. That was a
Whoa.
good one at the end.
And you don't notice anything.
Okay.
And at that point, as you walk past the last alcove and you keep walking, you realize your image in the mirror is not in the same stance that you are.
Hmm.
And
I'm glad I didn't go that far.
Well,
a
who's
duplicate of yourself appears at each. It's the same size as you. It looks a little small in this image. Let me change your.
uh-oh. A Doppler.
But they step out of the mirror.
We've got company.
Way to go, Ed.
Oh.
I'm going to take my hat off and say I'm the one without the hat on. Ah, and I'll kind of throw my hat behind me right here. Oh, whoops, I'm clicking the wrong thing. 'Cause I hope I can pick my hat back up at the end of this thing.
How come you get a hat? I didn't get a hat.
He had a professionally
not that
made
cool.
hat.
Yes,
Oh,
he did.
It's fancy.
And so when you look a little closer, you realize that you're just so used to looking at yourself it's not really you. It's kind of shadowy. So it's not a clear duplicate of yourself. It's you can't quite tell if it how much form it really has.
Can we see them too? Right?
Yeah, you can. Anybody close by can see there's something shaped like Ed, but you can't quite make out the see the details.
You guys, we may not want to fight in this room because we might make a whole lot of clones of ourselves here.
Yeah, but you just walked by, right? Which one did you shoot and hit with the hammer?
The first one,
It was on
but
the other
they're
side.
appearing
That
at the
was up
last
there.
one. Now, let's just have Sparrow come across and see if they make two sparrows.
Okay.
Oh no,
It-
yeah, but before you can do that, we're
Oh,
making threatening moves at you, so you're gonna be rolling initiative right now.
so they're
Okay.
actually tangible, like you can touch them.
Well, you can't tell.
Okay.
They don't
Well-
seem to be really.
And it might be a situation where you have to walk by every mirror to release them. I don't know.
Oh, that just sucks.
Your good rolls will come in combat.
A 3.
Y'all know I can't walk and chew gum at the same time with these dice.
So anyone? Oh, I gotta do Melis, who actually would have probably been near Scotty. Let me find. Melis is a 4.4, so I think we've got. Actually, I don't see Nico in there.
Oh, I rolled terrible. Maybe I didn't click my name, or
Oh yeah,
maybe
just click
I
the
was being
token. I'll
duplicated.
upload it. Yeah.
I see it. He's the first one. He's
Oh yeah. So
13.
just click,
Yeah, I rolled
click
it.
your token and roll, and I'll add it.
You want me to roll again? But I rolled a 13.
Yeah, I'll change it to a 13 after you roll, just to
Okay.
get it in the box.
There we go. Oh,
There's a
well,
way you
there's
can add it.
13. Just minus my bonuses.
So 13.
What's 4.14? What is that?
So as a tiebreaker, it uses your dex modifier. So that's the 0.4. But the shadowy creature south of you is going to it's going to attack. It only attacked once, not twice. For some reason, I'm using a different. I'm not using Windows on my other machine, so something's weird about it. But anyway, 22 to hit.
Wow. Well, that definitely hits.
And that's 9 damage.
Ouch.
9 necrotic damage. And your strength is reduced by 4.
Oof.
Ooh.
Wow. How do I subtract my strength?
So what is your strength right now?
A 10?
Yeah, you're gonna have really bad strength attacks.
So
And
if
you're
you click,
probably not gonna be able to raise your arms after a while.
if you
Oh
click
my
on the
God.
word, if you click on the word strength in D&D Beyond, inside the little panel where it shows the data, it'll pop open a screen and you can change the other modifier and you can put -4 in there.
Ignore that. I I was
Oh,
trying
okay.
to follow along.
That's okay.
I was
So
going to
that-
do the same thing.
So the guy right next to you is the one that hit you, Nico. And then it's your
I
turn.
accidentally rolled a strength.
Yeah, you
I
have to
don't know
click on
why
the
I
word
only
strength,
rolled a
not the
strength
number.
roll, but
You have to click on what?
You have to click on the actual word strength, not on the number below it.
Yeah.
when I left the strength room, because now I'm a -2 strength, yeah, it rolled on accident.
It's okay. But now you're. So that's so you can attack if you want, but it is.
Well, I mean, I ought to attack, I guess. I mean, it's either that or cower like a child. So I will roll to attack the one at the bottom.
Okay.
Whoa, I got
Wow.
a 25. But-
So
and then-
roll your damage.
And then my damage.
So
And
it's
I
just
don't-
8.
Okay.
And so that seems to have had an effect on it. It starts wavering a little bit, losing its form, somewhat staggers a bit.
And then I guess that's it. Can I do my offhand attack on him?
Yeah, you can do that too.
Should I just roll it all at once? There,
Oh,
I'll
if
just do
you
it.
want.
Oh, I rolled a 1.
And yeah, you miss.
I feel so weak, guys. I need a
Aw.
candy bar.
So that's your turn.
I'm done.
Okay. So Vert, it's your turn.
All right. I'm gonna scoot up a little bit, and then I am going to cast Aid at level 3 on Nico, Scotty, and myself.
Okay.
So add 10 maximum hit points and heal up to that new amount. So in D&D Beyond, just put 10 in the max HP modifier. If you click on your hit points, there'll be a max HP modifier area, and it should do the work for you. And you got that.
And how
for the
many?
next
How many? I'm sorry.
10. And you got that for the next 8 hours.
Nice.
Thank you.
And that's my turn.
Okay.
Killer Kitty.
I
Shadow.
will attack this one here
Okay.
with a rapier. Do I have to be in front of him or can I be to the side?
You can be to the side. Yeah,
Okay.
just within 5 feet is all.
16.
That hits.
And
It doesn't seem to be as effective as Ed's was on his. Although you hit it, but it almost like it didn't quite impact it. If that makes sense.
yeah. I don't know what that last roll was, sorry.
No.
And then I'll do the dagger.
Okay. And that's not quite effective either. So.
Okay. All right. And that will end my turn.
Okay. So that's trying to make sure I can track everything. Sorry, I'm like just doing a little maintenance on things. So the one next to you, Sparrow is going to attack. A 9.
13 armor class.
So he kind of moves at you. You get out of the way. It just kind of wisps by you. And that was its attack. So Book.
I'm gonna lay down my spiritual weapon, I guess.
Okay.
With a fantastic 9.
Which one were you at? The one on the top or the bottom?
Let me go back. Oh, the bottom. I'm on the bottom, so
Okay. Put a little gray circle where the weapon is. Right there.
Is your character Ash from Army of Darkness?
me.
Never mind.
No, I
Bruce
created.
Campbell.
If
It looks like
talking to
Bruce
me,
Campbell.
no, it's
Okay.
it's Ron Glass from Firefly.
Oh,
So I'm thinking Mouse will come up and smack it. Battle axe. Oh, there's 2 versions. Oh. And that will hit. Doesn't quite do the damage he thought. But it's starting to look like it's having difficulty holding its form. And that will be his turn. So, Scotty?
All right, I'm gonna move on up, and I'm going to attack the one on the north.
Okay.
If I can figure out how again. Actions. I'm going to use my longsword, and like that.
Okay. Anything special about your longsword? It's just your regular longsword, right?
Just my regular longsword.
Okay. It hits.
And I hit it again for damage, right?
You just select the word longsword on the chat, and it'll do the damage for you.
Oh, look at that! I learned something new today.
If you click on longsword on the chat,
There it is.
So yeah, it did some damage, but not quite as much as you thought.
Of course.
So you're suspecting that your non-magical weapons are not as effective as whatever Nico has.
That's because Nico's the bomb.
Okay.
What did Nico hit him with?
So he's got a +1 rapier.
Oh, well, I've got a. You told me I could get a +1 weapon, right? So I
Yes.
could pick one up.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Good
So
to know.
I figure you've been adventuring a while. You'll have. I'm using Adventures League rules when I'm bringing in new people, just so that they help out a little bit. So
Sure.
So let's see. That was Nico. Actually, the one near Nico had an attack. I forgot about that. 15 to hit.
That can't be a hit. Oh, but he's a rogue. He's not a cleric anymore. There it goes again.
Oh, did that hit, Nico?
He's sleeping.
Oh, what?
15?
15? No.
No. Okay. And
I need a. I'm a 17 armor class now.
nice. So that was its turn, and then Vert. Or wait,
All right.
Nico, did you go? I forgot. No, you did not. So
Oh, I'm thinking about what I'm gonna do. Okay. I've got all these theories floating around in my head. I'm going to use uncanny dodge and try to back away. Oh, I keep using so that way I'm gonna see if I can get out of the reflection of the mirrors.
so you've got a crowd of people in front of you, so it's going to be kind of hard to get through them all.
Oh, well, but I was gonna back up.
Okay.
Like into
And
this hallway.
it doesn't impact anybody. It doesn't impact any of the creatures when you do that.
Oh. Nuts.
But
Okay.
you moved.
Well,
So I figured this one up here, you would have lost sight of the mirror, but then it's still there. So,
okay. Then I have it now. Do I get to move 60 feet or move around and then still come in the fight?
you can come back in
Or
if
would
you
that
want.
be my turn?
I mean, so your uncanny dodge is a bonus action, is that right?
Let me see
Actually, no, it's
now.
disengage you're using, not uncanny dodge.
Yes, disengage.
Okay. So you use that as a bonus action, if I remember right, which means you just can't do an offhand attack if you want to attack.
You know what? I don't think I have disengage. I think they get to attack me. I thought
You're a level 5
uncanny
rogue.
dodge when I got that was the disengage, but I guess I don't have it.
So,
Are
no,
you-
disengage is something that everybody gets as an action. Rogues can, at a certain level, convert it into a bonus action and avoid having to spend action to use it.
Okay. Well then, I will attempt
Okay,
to go
yeah.
back.
So you
And
have
then
the
if,
cunning action. You have the cunning action ability, and the cunning action lets you one time per turn do dash, disengage, or hide as a bonus action.
Okay.
Yep. So you can use that bonus action to do your disengage if you want.
Okay, and then I'll walk back in and stab him, I guess.
Okay.
I take a step back, it didn't work. So now we'll go back down and I'll try sticking him. With the rapier. That's a 20 with my bonuses.
Yep. That definitely hits, and it's more than enough to dissipate it. So it just whoosh. There's this inky dark smoke. And it's gone.
Very nice.
Okay.
Do you feel
And
any different? Do you feel like you lost a piece of yourself?
I think I'm still feeling sick. But okay, that's my turn.
Okay.
All right, I guess it's my turn then.
Uh-huh.
I
Yes.
will look at the other one, and I'll cast Sacred Flame. So it needs to make a Dex 17 saving throw.
Okay. What did it need to beat again? 17?
Yep.
Okay. So it fails.
All right, it takes 14 radiant damage.
And it disappears in a dark smoke. That was
Nice.
it.
Interesting.
So we're out of combat, and Nico is feeling very weak and drained still.
Mine
Even
will
with the
suck.
additional 10 points he was given.
Yeah, so it's
Well,
his
it's my
is
strength.
down. Yeah, by quite a bit.
Yeah. I get it.
I feel like a mortal. I have a 6 strength.
So, what does a rest help that, or
We
What's
don't
that?
know.
What helps his strength up?
I mean, I don't think I can. Can I try healing him or?
Well, he's got aid,
I'm-
so
Yeah.
would-
Yeah, I've got
would
one
help.
more hit point than I normally do. It's just
Yeah.
my strength. So I don't know if I've been cursed. Something's happened to me, but we don't know what.
But is there anything
Well,
we can do to
hopefully-
help it?
It just maybe it'll wear off in 5 minutes. Maybe in
Yeah.
5 days.
Or
I'll-
maybe it'll kill you in 5.
Yeah, I don't have remove curse, but I do have lesser restoration, so I'll cast lesser restoration to see if it helps.
And from what I can tell by this type of attack, it doesn't seem to have an effect. He just still feels like very weak.
Gotcha. Probably needs a greater restoration or a remove curse in that case, or it's a disease. Wait, if it's a disease, that would have got it. So
Yeah.
Not a disease or
It could
poison.
be poison too.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a poison. It was like something was taken from you.
Can
But,
drow be poisoned?
Oh yeah, they can be poisoned.
Oh, okay. I thought they had resistance for some reason.
I'm just moving
I
the
have a
camera.
resistance to being charmed, even though
Oh.
it didn't work.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess
What's that
we
thing?
go north.
Oh, sorry, that's the camera. Every time I sometimes I accidentally resize it and then it goes to full size.
Whew.
I try to keep it small, kind of like a pixie. Oh, you're going north.
Okay, I'll roll
How much,
perception.
How much longer are we going for, Chris?
Actually, it's been yeah, we're at our stopping point, so I know you've got a lot to do.
Yeah.
So what we can do is call it here.
Yeah, I figure we're at a good stop.
I'm gonna try to host next week. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. I gotta check. I'm traveling, visiting family before the clash, so hopefully everyone watching, if you're in the Morgantown, Pennsylvania area, we'll see you at the clash, or some of us will.
Mhm.
3 of us will. Or is it 4 of us? 4 of us.
Yeah.
4 of you.
Yeah, 4.
Whip's going.
I'm going.
I'll be there.
I'll be in a hotel room on Tuesday night somewhere in West Virginia, I think. So I'll make sure that I'm able to get to internet before our gaming.
Okay, cool. And
If we get
so
to.
everyone who's watching, thanks for joining us. Everyone on the replay, thanks for watching and supporting. And we'll see you next time. I'm hoping it's next week.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Bye.